to a Reuters report, Iran has provided Russia with a large cache of powerful surface-to-surface ballistic missiles in a move that deepens the military cooperation between the two US-sanctioned countries. Reuters says that Iran has sent 400 highly accurate ballistic missiles to Russia. Powerful surface-to-surface missile include many from the Fateh 110 family of short-range ballistic weapons, such as the Zulfaghar. The road mobile missile is capable of hitting targets at a distance of between 300 and 700 kilometers. Iranian military has declined to comment on the exclusive report. The Russian military is yet to respond to it as well. The shipment began in early January after a deal was finalized in meetings late last year in Tehran and Moscow. As of now, at least 4 shipments of missiles have been received by Russia. They were reportedly transferred via planes, while others traveled via the Caspian Sea on ships. Reports suggest more shipment of missiles could follow in the coming weeks. The deal between Russia and Iran comes after restrictions dictated by the UN Security Council on Iran's export of missiles, drones, and other military technology expired in November. Although the US and European Union have retained their sanctions on Iran's ballistic missile program, they have flagged concerns over exports of weapons to Iran's proxies in West Asia, as well as Russia. A US official says that Washington has no indication that deliveries have actually taken place, but they have seen evidence of talks actively advancing, although the Pentagon has yet to comment on the deliveries of the missiles to Russia. Since Russia started its invasion of Ukraine back in February of 2022, Iran's Shahed 136 drones have become a lethal weapon in Russia's arsenal. Leaked documents from an Iranian company connected to Iran's defense ministry have revealed a wealth of information about Tehran's close cooperation with Moscow on these suicide drones. The document states Russia has purchased at least 6,000 Shahed drones. Moscow also received extensive aid in setting up local production lines for the drones. In return, Russia was paying for these deals in part with several tons of gold ingots. In November of 2023, Iran's Deputy Defense Minister Mahdi Farahi said that between March of 2022 and March of 2023, Iran sold about $1 billion worth of weapons. And it's not just Iran that is arming Russia. A quasi-alliance seems to be brewing too. According to South Korea's National Intelligence Service, Pyongyang has exported over 1 million shells to Russia since early August of 2023. The shells were provided to Russia in 10 separate shipments to support its war. Another ally of Russia, China, has denied accusations of arming Moscow. Beijing says that it's a neutral party in the conflict, but their stance of neutrality has been criticized for refusing to condemn Moscow's offensive in Ukraine. All right, for more on this, we are being joined by John Eratz, Senior Policy Director for the Center for Arms Control and Non-Proliferation. He's joining us live from Washington, D.C. John, welcome back to WION, and thank you for joining us. What are the implications of Iran providing Russia with powerful surface-to-surface ballistic missiles, and how might this escalate the conflict in Ukraine?
I think there's very little that's actually new here. Iran has been providing weapons to Russia for some time. The weapons have increased in sophistication, but as we are currently seeing in the situation in the Red Sea, Iranian missiles are just not all that good. So the Ukrainians maintain defensive capabilities to stop at least some of the incoming missiles. And I think what is more significant about this development is the propaganda value. What I mean by that is that Russia has recently captured a small town in eastern Ukraine that had been at the front line since 2014. They are trying to circulate this impression that they are winning the war, that they are succeeding, and that Western countries providing additional aid to Ukraine is pointless. They want that to end. They want the war to end on their terms as soon as possible. The fact that Russia, which is the world's largest producer of weaponry, is actually importing these things from Iran, from North Korea, is something that should be very, very embarrassing to them. They lack the capability to support their own war effort, and I think we're starting to see cracks in the Russian machine.
Yeah, that's very interesting. Just geopolitically, this alliance between the United States, I'm sorry, between Iran, Russia, along with reported support from China and North Korea, does it shift the dynamic of the global military landscape and potentially threaten U.S. interests at the end of the day?
Uh, the fact that all of these countries are under heavy sanctions from the UN leads them to cooperate together in a partnership of pariahs. Uh, it shifts the geopolitical landscape in that direction. What is far more worrying is what would happen if Russia is able to succeed in claiming victory from this war. It's done so, it's prosecuted its war aims thus far
What? What?
with the aid of nuclear blackmail,
What?
making threats to use nuclear weapons. Uh, this is something that, should it become normalized, would be a tremendous concern.
Okay, John Irath, thank you so much for joining us on WION today and for that thorough analysis. I look forward to speaking to you again soon.
You're very welcome.
For all the latest news, download the WION app and subscribe to our YouTube channel.